lost on the land nav course. Are you finally ready to plant your flag and claim your territory? Maybe it's time to use that VA loan to buy a home. Or hell, maybe you're looking to refinance and put some extra cash in your pocket for more questionable life decisions. Either way, the Veterans Mortgage Source, powered by Canopy Mortgage, has your six. Look, buying a home or refinancing can feel like getting overrun on a bad op. Chaotic, confusing, and full of obstacles that make no damn sense. That's where Corey and his team come in. They're like the QRF of home loans, ready to pull you out of the chaos and guide you to the best program for you. And trust me, they'll answer all your questions. Yeah, even the dumb ones. Whether you're a salty vet or fresh out of barracks still trying to figure out where your TA-50 went. Great service, solid rates, and a team that actually understands the military life. That's why all of us here at Veteran Trash Talk trust them to do right by every veteran in their family. Ready to lock it in? Give Corey a call or shoot him a text at 808-699-7874. That's 808-699-7874. Don't wait. Unless you like overpaying and getting treated like an FNG. The Veterans Mortgage Source is powered by Canopy Mortgage, LLC. All loans are subject to credit and property approval.
Hey, what's up, Trash Talkers? Listen, it's impossible to fight, okay, if you don't know what you're fighting for. Does that make sense? Like, if you're in the dumps and you're struggling with mental health, things of that nature, it's going to continue tearing you down, all right? Because you're consistently trying to fight something, which is that demon, which is usually something from the past, right? Maybe that why needs to be fighting for your future. Let that be your why. Get the hell up and start fighting for your future. Stop fighting things that happened in the past. Easier said than done, right? Go seek help. It's okay not to be okay. A lot of people need to hear this. You are more of a warrior and a fighter if you stand up and say, hey, this has to stop. I need to go seek help. The stigma, everything has changed. It's okay not to be okay.
And so my honesty cap is dedicated to a little, we'll call it a public service announcement for civilians and other people in the military. There are a few people that you should always take their stories with a grain of salt. Vegans, CrossFitters, and special operations guys that tell you that they were special operations without being prompted. The first thing they say is, yeah, I used to be soft. Right. The only unicorn in that entire group is like a special operations guy that was like a vegan and did CrossFit. That guy's probably going to stay quiet for a little bit longer because he's confused as what he should talk about first. That's the only reason. Right. Anybody that says that they were soft without being prompted or without it being like a normal part of your communications is probably either an enabler or going to tell you a bunch of stuff that's not exactly true.
What's up, Trash Talkers? What's up, Gruntworks Nation? Big Earl. You heard Dave talk. You heard Buddy talk. Now, Buddy's all about, he is a Green Beret and he's Special Forces and yada, yada, yada. But he will not tell you that unless, he really, really likes you and he's made dinner for you. However, what Veteran Trash Talk does is we bring a lot of light to the veteran community, the first responder community. We promote that what we're doing well, all right, whether we're running for office, we started a business, nonprofit, all those things. Veteran Trash Talk is a super clean page. We got Gruntworks if you want to go there and raise a little hell a little bit, but we are here to promote veteran-owned businesses. So the show you are about to watch is a veteran or veterans or a spouse of a veteran or a child of a veteran that's doing great things in the community, and we need your help promoting them and getting them all the success that they need. All right, guys, enjoy the show.
This is the Veteran Trash Talk Hour, hosted by Nick, Dave, and Buddy. Real warriors making fun of other real warriors. Try to not get triggered.
Oh, where did Dave go?
Go again.
Dave, all right. Yeah,
Jesus.
this is
When you make the warning before the intro comes on, don't get off. Don't it's natural. It's all that's meant for the guest, not the goddamn person that's on here all the time. What is he doing?
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah, I
Little
was wondering
signs
what
on-
is he got going on over there, right? Like he's in
Yeah,
and
Face
out.
Man literally signs on like 50 minutes before the show starts. He always has something wrong with his computer every time. And
He
it's like
literally could have just said something's going on with my computer on like the chat.
Yeah. Well, he's texting me, and is I'm the one that actually does my job on social media and shares it to the 30 pages that we're affiliated with, to help promote our guest, right, and get his podcast going. And the only job that Face Man has is to come on here and look. He doesn't have to even talk. In fact, every time he does talk, we usually shut him up. But all right, let's see. He's trying to sign on again. Here we go. But we'll see if it works. He's probably
Look, guys, I do not know what the hell is going on here today.
Hungover, everybody.
Hungover.
3 Smirnoffs last night.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Well, all right, Dave.
I don't know.
Hey, say hi, everybody, Dave.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Trash Talkers? What is up, Gruntworks
Yeah.
Nation? Welcome to Season 4, Episode 10 of the Trash Talk Hour. Special guest today is Marine Corps veteran Wesley Warner, creator and host of The Wesley Warner Show, Discipline, Leadership, and Life podcast. And joining me as usual, our buddy and the Big Earl. Happy Saturday.
Hey, thanks for having
Let's see
me.
if this works. Yeah, thanks for coming on, brother.
So first of all, I wanted me being a Marine and everything, I wanted to share my appreciation
guys.
for the Army.
Don't bother
So
like
much.
everybody thinks
just happened?
that what's going on?
Well,
So
he was
I wanted to
talking-
share my appreciation with the Army, man, because the Marine Corps needs them so much, man. We need people to occupy the lands we conquer. So it's just how much we need them. You know what I mean? Appreciate
You were
it,
waiting to
guys.
drop that one, huh? You were waiting to drop that
Yeah,
one.
Man, I had to, I was thinking of some trash talk. I was like, I
How
gotta
does
come
it
with
feel
something
knowing
strong,
that
right?
like some admiral has to sign your paycheck because you work for the Navy, like the ladies' department
So
of
it
the
is.
military?
It is a department of the Navy. It's the men's department, though. It
Right,
is the men's
I've heard
department.
that, but it's still under the men. Just saying.
Right. At least the Navy don't have
They're
the
the
bell
ones in
bottoms and
charge.
stuff anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, we need them.
if you have to go because you get in real big trouble, if you have to go to anybody that calls himself a rear admiral, I'm good. Nah.
Yeah, and
Your admiral.
I give the Marines some credit for their uniform, like they got nice uniforms.
The blue one.
Right?
They do. They
Right.
look
Yeah.
tight.
Dress
we
blues
got
are-
a lot
yeah.
of pride, but
Thank
and
you.
again, I don't know how many times we have to say it because we already know like the weak response that the Marines have, but the largest amphibious assault in United States history, there wasn't one Marine present.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Man,
What?
that kind of hurts because I am an amphibious warrior, man. Like,
Say it again for the people
So,
in the
so
back.
you guys say, but when it really mattered, they
we're
sent the
talking about
army.
D-Day. I
Yeah,
gotta do
Saying.
my due diligence, but man, man, you couldn't handle how ornery the Japanese were. That was only the Marines. Could
well, you're
handle
right.
that
When all the
back
Marines
then,
got captured, they sent in an Army airborne unit and then the Rangers to rescue them.
yeah.
That's
So,
what we
grew up-
do.
When they were telling us in Land Nav, I don't know what they tell you guys, but they said that when Iraq and Kuwait was going on, they had to take PFCs to do Land Nav because the oil fields were lit up and nobody could use the GPS in the Army, and they had to send Marines because we only knew how to use map and compass, right? So that's the stories we get pumped up on, right?
That
I don't know
was,
what they tell you
that
guys.
was propaganda and also a huge lie. I have no idea where that would have come from. Like,
Yeah.
No
could you
chance.
imagine some Marine PFC showing up at, say, the 2505 military?
You
All right,
say
guys,
this is the way to go,
let me
boys.
show you where we're going.
Right.
Nope.
I wish like I was an actual producer because our lazy Marine is playing pool right now and is not here to do this. But I actually have a picture.
I blame him on
uploaded.
my computer difficulties today. Yeah,
It was
it's all
probably one of
Chris's
the most
fault.
embarrassing things for the Marine Corps, especially in our small little community when they came down to 6 RTB, the swamp phase of Ranger School. They came down and we were in the chow hall eating, and here comes some people in their cool little Marine uniforms, and they bring this map out on the table, and we're all just looking at them. And I'm like, I think they're lost. And so we just walk over there. Hey guys, you need some help reading that? You know, like, we're fine. I'm like,
Yeah.
sure. Like, we're ranger instructors here. We're like, well, you know, we can.
I'd be like not wanting to show it, right? Like,
Yeah,
I'd be
it points in the right direction. And I got a picture of us showing them on the map where they are, and I'm like, this is beautiful. It's perfect. So I'm gonna have you back on the show in a couple weeks. We'll have that picture up there, and we'll let you defend it. Something like that. It'd be all right. So,
I'm just wondering who grabs their map and goes, I don't know where we are, but let's go over to this chow hall and pull out our map and walk.
Oh, dude, if I see some food, right, some grub, I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah, but they walk by. Like,
it's probably
they could have just said, "Hey, where are we at?"
Hey, and then Trey Casey's coming in from Texas, from North Zulk, Texas. Anybody ever heard of North Zulk?
Zulch,
man.
I think.
I just visited all my Marine buddies in outside of San Antonio, man. I like Texas down there. It's Dairy Queen's big down there, man. I love Dairy Queen too, man. They're their own brand.
Yeah, don't you own one?
Yeah, we're going to get into all that.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. Yeah. Hey, but Trey, stop spamming our chat with your check out America's Blades, my Shopify.com. You could just email me, like Wesley the Marine even figured that shit out too. You could just email me and we'll bring you on the show. It's that simple. Stop spamming it. All right. Like,
still got Windows 10. Go check out shop.veterantrashtalk.com and go check out our Shopify and buy a shirt.
Yeah, we don't care about your Shopify. Not yet. Not until we have you on. Shopify sucks. Yeah.
So we're not doing a conspiracy today. We're actually doing a video, Nick, that you found that you want to talk about. That's actually hilarious. Yeah.
It happened in LA and just recently. And somebody sent it to me yesterday. And I was like, wow, this is fantastic. So these are brave first responders. We've talked about on the show before. Like they're brave, they're heroes, right? They put their body armor on every day. They got new equipment. They're going after the bad guys, right? Bad guys in the community. But I have a feeling that this one first responder that we're about to highlight either has airborne blood in them, or I'm pretty much just going
some deep shit right now.
Like it's this guy's pretty legit. So don't go anywhere. We'll play this video. It's about 2 minutes long.
All out after this wild pursuit in the Inland Empire. Deputies trying but unsuccessfully using new pursuit stopping technology. A crash and a suspect who ended up dead.
That's right, Suze. But tonight, it's the actions of a SWAT team member in the middle of the standoff with that armed suspect that's making news.
Yeah, CBS LA assignment editor Mike Rogers is at the desk now. Mike, it's all because of what we caught from SkyCal, right?
Yeah, it is, Juan and Susie. We had been over this pursuit, this standoff for hours yesterday in the Hoopa Valley area in Riverside County. It all started with this. The failed use of the new technology called the grappler sent the car into the wall there. And then for hours, SWAT deputies tried to negotiate with a man to come out of the car. And while SWAT was beginning to escalate the tactics they were using different types of gas, drones, and even banging out the windows here, it was something we caught a deputy doing from SkyCal that is making headlines tonight. Take a look at the video here. You'll see as SkyCal was moving around trying to see each of the things that the deputies had, we noticed that the deputy on the left right here was on his phone, appearing to be on a dating app. You see him scrolling through that woman's profile there on the app before swiping left and then swiping left 2 more times. It's important to note that because look how close he is. This barricade was active. The suspect was still alive at this point and armed, while this deputy right behind the cover of the Bearcat is sitting there scrolling through what appears to us to be a dating app. Now, we did look at the back vest of.
Did you guys not see the video?
All I saw was like 2 dudes standing there.
What?
I've seen that video though, so if it wasn't playing for me, it's fine.
Now, was that supposed to happen? Did that go as planned or what?
Did you see the video or no?
That it was showing?
No. That was supposed to. That grapple is supposed to like wrap up in the tires and then stop the car.
It's not supposed to
didn't-
crash. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I
supposed
was
to just
thinking. Okay.
Stop right there, and then they're supposed to like it grapples, and then they kind of it's like they
All
can
right.
reel it in.
I was
Basically,
gonna say they don't
Did
need
you
that.
not
to
see what the
crash-
sheriff
crash
was
it,
doing?
man.
The SWAT
No.
team guy was doing?
yeah, everybody saw that. He's a Marine. He's paying attention to the first part, not the last part.
See it.
I couldn't see any of the video, but I've seen that video before. I try to figure out. I got a couple questions.
I do too.
Big question.
Go ahead.
One big question. Is your job to fucking do the news or to snitch? What the fuck are we doing? Why are you snitching, dog? Like, what the fuck? There's two people pulling security. He's back behind the position.
He's got covered.
With
It's
a little
covered.
right,
It's
swipey.
good.
As long as he's using noise and light discipline, what do you care what he's doing on his phone?
Yeah.
And
See,
now,
cameras.
buddy,
add a
you got the
layer
dating app
to things.
experience. I don't. You swipe
Left is
left.
bad. Left is bad.
Left is bad. So
Oh,
she went
yeah,
left.
left is
She was
bad.
going left.
You got to swipe.
Yeah.
Right,
Which
right is good.
also-
You swipe right.
To the news,
So
the
that
news
was a
people,
no.
why you got to try to hurt that girl's feelings?
Dude,
Because he
Oh, no,
swiped
left
left
is
on
good.
3 different chicks.
Swipe right.
And for the police officer on his side, hey, way to be a little discerning. You know what I mean? I'm glad you're not just doing, because I'm not gonna lie, when I was on the apps, it was just all right. Like it was all right.
yeah, you talk about it.
We're
We have a
going-
video. If you go to our YouTube channel, How Special
True.
Forces Use Tinder,
Right,
it's one of our most
right.
watched videos. If you want a lesson from a Green Beret on how to use Tinder, right?
Yeah.
He get it pretty solid.
Yeah.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, but on
Keep
the
swiping.
guy
Eventually,
side,
somebody will say
on
say
the
yes,
guy
to buddy.
side, Tinder is like going to the bar and talking to every single girl without getting slapped. You just right, and then they'll come back at you. You don't have to worry about if you got to be real bad to get a left.
Man,
Question
it's
is,
been a
I
long
wonder
time.
what
I
if
did
the dude
online
was
dating.
married.
Online
He's
girls
having a
scare
rough
me,
time
man.
at home now.
Yeah. Like what are the odds there that this guy's married and like just sitting here and he comes home like, oh, I had a rough day at work, babe. And she's like, yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. How rough was it?
Hey, I do anything, girl. I
Wasn't
swipe
it- there was
left.
a
I was
concert too a couple
left.
months ago. Wasn't it like a big CEO who was
You
got
gotta
caught on camera
deny
or
it,
something
though.
that
Yeah.
It got denied.
Yeah.
Be like, that footage was wrong.
I stole my buddy's phone. I was swiping for him, and
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
all left.
There's-
It was not right. What are you talking about?
It's not what you
I'm trying
think.
to protect. I'm trying to protect Jerry over here. He's out here just swiping all rights. I hit him with a couple lefts just to keep him honest.
He was
Yeah, and
slowing
let's talk
down a little
about
bit.
this
He was
new
checking it out.
technology
It was-
they
it
have
was-
for stopping cars. It looks like just Mad Max. Like we went back 40 years in technology and just put a shovel under a car.
That's
Like,
crazy.
what are we doing with that?
Do what?
What do you mean?
What did you just say?
In the
Mad
beginning of
Max
the video, when they're talking about the
technology
new
that we have.
technology. Was that
Yeah,
cutting
you
out?
think you could just shut down most cars, right? Like,
Like you said, we
But
had
it
this.
can't
They're like
shut it down
this,
when it's driving like 100 miles an hour.
but they said you're missing it, buddy. Like they had this state of the art, new technology, and it looks like
No,
they
it
just put a
didn't work,
shovel on
yeah.
the front of a car.
Hey, every now and then your new technology goes a little awry.
See, Sean can hear me. Sean's talking. I said Mad Max. It looks
Hello.
like we just went to a Mad Max movie and said, let's do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, well, I mean, the grappler is supposed to grapple. It's supposed to, that big black thing is supposed to go under
Yeah.
the tires.
it looks
And
like
then
something
it
I
wraps
built in
up
my
in the
garage.
tires, and
with
then
the
they just
plan.
hit the brakes. And so they got them on a string at that point. It's like
Yeah.
a lasso of truth, but for tires and cops.
Mm.
Gotcha.
Boom.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's what we got going on in the great state of California and LA is our sheriffs are just schwacking people on the side of the road and swiping left. That's what we got going on.
I mean, what else you gonna do? You know how long those standoffs last?
That one was quite a few hours. I said it in the video.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And if this dude ain't about that life, if he's not shooting at you and you're behind, what's he gonna hit you with? You're behind a freaking giant MRAP. You're telling me that if you were in Iraq or Afghanistan and all they had was small arms, nothing big, no IEDs, no nothing, and you were on like a call out or like you were on an outer cordon,
Right.
you wouldn't have been. I believe we were probably doing worse shit than.
Yeah. I did Overwatch for all the SF guys, and I was in alert the whole time when I was watching across the river, right? When they're doing their raids and playing with all their weapons and stuff, right? I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah. Like, and trust me, if there had been.
But I didn't have a phone to play with then, no, right? Like, I didn't.
And we were doing worse things because we weren't even.
Nothing but my
we didn't
ding
even
dong,
have
maybe,
Tinder.
right?
It wasn't like we were trying to find a connection in our life.
Yeah, we didn't have Tinder yet, did we?
No.
MySpace is what I think I was messing
MySpace
with.
was brand new.
And we had Hot or Not. We had Hot or Not.
Okay.
All I'm saying.
I logged on when I went back to Al Assad. I remember,
Yeah. All I'm saying is that there were probably quite a few small kill teams where the biggest thing we were discussing was like who had the best new porn that we could maybe borrow that day when we got back. Like, no, I've seen that Maxim magazine.
Yeah.
It's all crusty. Like, those pages are stuck together. I don't want that one. Like, yeah, come on. Let's be honest.
I think everybody had their own stash. Yeah.
Speaking of honest.
Yeah, let's get to an honesty cap because this conversation is going to go down a road that none of us want to officially be on.
I mean, it already kind of went down that road. I don't know. We're talking about sticky magazine.
We can stop it.
Yeah, like I said, we're talking about
we can stop it right now.
At this point, it's getting real weird.
You know what I have in common here that I have in common with all my Marine buddies is we all talk about the same things, and then normal people around us will look at us with a face like, "Oh my gosh!" Like they just can't believe the stuff we're talking about, right? And it's usually a crusty Maxima magazine or
what's the shitty part about it is it's
some crazy Iraq story.
It's the stuff they think about, but it's not like that they don't say it out loud because they're just not honest. Because people aren't honest, which is a great segue into the honesty cap. So here's the thing. All right. First of all, I thought you were playing the Candace Owens clip and not that one.
No,
that was going to be
that was just for you.
But the honest part was going to be that Americans have to start being a little bit more honest with themselves. You're never going to fit in with your left or it being far left or far right ever. You're never going to have few enough rules in your personal life to be cool with the far left. And you're never going to be anal retentive enough to be on the far right, ever. It's never going to be a thing. If you were to, it's like trying to be like the sergeant major that's like follows all the rules. That guy, especially the guy that has the in regs mustache, you don't want to be like him. He's a fucking nerd. You don't be like the
and he's keeping you there until 2000 every day.
The little fucking wannabe Hitler stash and the fucking 3-finger fucking like the Southside fade. You don't want that. But you also don't want to be the E4 that doesn't blouse his boots and has like long shitty hair, doesn't pay attention, no noise and light discipline, doesn't do anything fucking right. He's got a beer belly, drinks he eats fucking donuts for fucking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You don't want to be that guy either. You want to be the cool E7 SF guy that fucking goes and does PT when he's supposed to do PT because he knows he needs to do PT. But also, if it's cold outside, he puts his fucking hands in his pockets sometimes because it's fucking cold and he doesn't have his gloves. That's who you want to be. Stop trying to be fucking Bernie Sanders, or I don't even know who the fuck the Bernie Sanders of the fucking right would be. But don't stop. Be in the middle. Stop being a fucking douchebag and stop fucking running around being mad at people, like trying to hold everybody up to like this litmus test of like, are you fucking right or are you fucking left? Just Like, are they fucking cool? Are they cool to hang out with? Because generally, you could find people in both of those spectrums that are cool to hang out with. But if you start all of your arguments and all of your fucking debates with like trying to fucking who's got the moral high ground of being on the fucking right or the left, you're a fucking nerd. Quit it. Just fucking quit. Put your hands in your pockets because it's a little cold outside. Get the little trim around the ear because you fucking look better that way. And fucking keep it moving. Fucking goofballs. Okay, that's it. That was it. That's
I
it.
like that. I like that.
Nick's just looking up and to the left. I think he's fucking.
So I think politics were
Is
meant
David
to be
Thiel
left
watching?
and right to meet in the middle,
You should
right?
listen to this.
What happened?
Go ahead, brother. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh, yeah. I was just thinking of the politics as it was explained. My buddy was telling me like the left and the right was supposed to meet in the middle, right? On common ground, right? So the middle ground, I get what you're saying, man. You ain't
The left and the
you
right
ain't
used
wrong.
to not be super duper far apart. They used to be like the only difference between like the right and the
Right.
left was where they spent money generally. But it wasn't. But it was like, oh well, we don't want to give all the welfare. We want to buy more bullets. You know. But now it's like, I want to be able to identify as a fucking fur baby, and I want to be the Pope, but without touching boys. It's weird.
No, you got a good point. We're going down different. Like again, I started drawing because I used to draw the bell curve the first year of the show. The bell curve came out probably twice a month, where it's like Buddy says, don't be this guy over here, right? Who thinks that socialism just hasn't been tried the right way yet. Okay. And then don't be this guy over here in politics. That's like, everybody has the exact same opportunity as everybody else and, go fuck yourself. Right. Like you got these people in the middle that are grinding, working, doing the right thing. Sometimes go a little bit to the right, sometimes go a little bit to the left. Right. Like, it's okay to be that way, but I think more Buddy's getting triggered with something that's relatively common that some people are upset about. Is we are noticing, and it's pretty bad, where we have a lot of make-believe stuff that we're now fighting for. We're fighting for make-believe things, like, and it's completely like you can't have a conversation. Like, I can't be like fuck Hamas and fuck Iran without being MAGA. Like,
Yeah,
I see.
which is weird. It's a weird.
And then in retrospect, on the other side, you can be Republican and say something bad about Trump, and then you're a fucking leftist.
you're anti-American now.
You're
You think
anti-American.
Trump's lying, all of a sudden you're anti-American. It's like,
Yeah. Dude, it's insane. It's next level shit where we could just like, I think you bring up a great point, buddy. Like, I'm definitely in the middle, but like, it's okay to call out some bullshit. Doesn't matter what side. And that's okay. That doesn't make you immediately left or immediately right. But there is a lot of people that do get triggered. I'm not going to name their names. Nick knows what I'm talking about. But it's like, it's cultist behavior, dude. It's cultist behavior, like straight up. Their man can do no wrong.
At the end of the day,
and like,
the point is to be like, this is going to be this is some mind blowing shit. But the point is to
not
be
mind blowing. It's
the point is to be American. What's best for America, not what's best for your tiny little party in America. Fucking nerds.
Well, here's another thing that, buddy. Here's the thing about like America, where you're starting to see some of these make believe people talking about like what our founding fathers wanted, what they did. Like we weren't raised on certain kind of values or this, that, or that. And it's like, do you know what did you see that drag queen doing a dance on the famous chapel in New York? Like, do you know what would have happened on Easter? Do you know what would have happened if they would have done that in front of our founding fathers? Do you know what our founding fathers would have done?
George
to that
Washington was a warrior, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I thought about we people talk about like America and how how terrible it is and oppressive, and you get no king's marches. Like, and my son and I had this conversation the other day. I approximately a week and a half ago, because we talked about it when the Artemis 2 took off, right? And went around the moon. And Al Roker was watching the Artemis take off, and he was like, "Oh, I remember when I watched Apollo take off, yada, yada, yada." And I like look at my son. I was like, people talk about how shitty America is, but there's a guy who is old, but not 110 or 20 or 30 years old. He's not like he's still out working and doing it. He's that age who watched a spaceship take off, at X day, and he watched another spaceship take off. And in the time period between that mission and this mission, we've gone from only having white dudes like do anything of real circumstance in NASA or fly a mission or whatever, and specifically white dudes with a buzz cut and like straight edged, like as lockstep as they could be, to now having a black guy, a woman, a Canadian, and a like just dude doing the same exact thing in one person's lifetime. There's not another country on the face of the earth that has done that without a war happening to make it happen.
Right. Yeah, and so to help you out, because we kind of bash in the far left a little bit, but then like the far right, they're the ones that are like, you can't have another religion, or you can't express your you might not like this president, like you don't like America, get out, right? Like, but there is the middle ground there where we didn't fight. I'm pretty sure, I'm not speaking for all veterans here, but we don't have a constitution. We don't have people that uphold and support the Constitution, so you can hate it. Like you're on one side of the bell curve there. If you're like, I hate this country.
Yeah, there's the whole idea. People are being brought into swing states to vote that are people that are not American, like you guys, like me or you. They're not patriots like us, right? Like they don't give a damn about America, right? They want what free stuff has to offer. And man, just thinking about people bringing them in to just swing something one way is just like, man, those are the people they're really hurting America back. Like those are the people that should be stopped sometimes. But I just got a simple way of thinking, man. I don't even get into I'm so busy with my own deal, right? Like
media, we have a nice shirt called "The Media is a Virus," and the media just feeds us these things, and people glue to it, whether you're right or left, right? And it's these talking points that you just get so upset about and pissed off about, and then you just stick on that. And then the other side does the same thing with other talking points. And when some of these issues, when you actually look at them, they're really not that serious. But they continually just bicker and argue about it constantly, and it's this thing, and it's the media. It's the media.
Yeah. And then
they want us to continue arguing with each other, right? Because if everybody started thinking a little bit, like, and we started facing inward, like the real problems, like, I don't know. We talked about that last night, Nick. I'm not going to get into it, but
and then again, back to Buddy's point, like the evidence is so overwhelming of how great this nation is and what you can accomplish, no matter who you are. Like, is it harder for some people than others? Absolutely.
Right.
But 100%.
Go to Denmark, try to get a job. Right? Like they won't even let you in the country for one. You come visit for 2 weeks, get the fuck out. Right? Like so
you can come visit for X amount of time.
Yeah.
I'm all about taking the good, right? Give me your scientists and your people that can do something, right? Like,
and when we were a developing nation, we just stole those people. We just went and grabbed them.
Yeah.
We went and grabbed all the Germans, Dave. That's what. Come out.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are get over here.
Literally, that's how NASA was started.
We were killing it then, though, guys. Like, I like.
You guys can go to trial, or we're going to bring you to America and start this thing called NASA.
Right. Man,
tell me about these V rockets you were building. I don't know. We'll kind of forget about what else you were doing as long as you come over here and show us what's about these rockets.
When you look at the times and those things have played out over and over, man, like
Absolutely.
It's crazy. Like sometimes when you look at the big picture, like I look at Iraq now and I start looking back at it, it's like different than how I seen it then, right? Like perspectives
I don't
change
think we
with
really,
time
that's
and
what I
how I
love.
am.
Like, you bring up a great point because, like, sometimes, like, I kind of like, I don't know all the geopolitics behind it, but I a little bit oppose maybe a situation in Iran, which is fine, right? Like, let me have a voice, let me say what I want to say. But
Yeah.
when we served, it wasn't just because we weren't allowed to talk about it. I don't ever recall even talking about politics, like, or why we were in Iraq. It was never on
It
our
wasn't my
mind, right?
job. Yeah, right.
Ever. It wasn't just because we're told not to. We just didn't care, man. It's
Well,
about
then
your
what,
man to your
what the
right and
fuck,
left, and that's
what
all
could
that
you
fucking
do about
mattered.
it if you didn't like it? If you were in Iraq and you were unhappy
You
about
can't do
being
shit
there,
about it anyway, right?
right?
But it just wasn't a
Okay, you're
talking point.
still okay.
We got you.
Yeah, we got. Oh, you
That
don't
goes
like
back to what you just said. Now I look back and I'm like, oh, Iraq, maybe that wasn't the right choice, you know? Like,
Yeah.
and it's, yeah.
It's just how time is, I mean, that's how long's it been? It's been over 20 years for me, right? Like, think about how some of these
About
Vietnam
been
guys
20 for us, 20
it's
for me
been
for my first deployment. Yeah.
right.
Yeah, 20 years from our first deployment. Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, here in a couple months,
Buddy's,
right?
Buddy's like 40. Buddy's 40 years ago was his first
Yeah.
deployment.
Is any of
Seriously,
your
Deployed
guys'
in
buddies
August
still
of
in like active duty? I got one buddy, he's about to be a master gunnery sergeant. They got him like locked in for 30 years, I think, since they got him with the E9, man. But
Oof.
yeah, he's super cool dude though, man. It's crazy for me to think that I was in with a guy that, that's like big deal for us, right?
Yeah, they only have like 3 E9s in the Marine Corps.
My first deployment was in
98?
1999.
99.
99.
It's closer to
Bosnia.
30. Closer to 30 than 20, but it's fine.
Let's get to the point of the show that we like the best.
I know. Damn, we're already running on.
Yeah, one of the reasons we started this platform was to throw a lot of light on the veteran community and talk about what veterans got going on, how they got there. All right, what are they doing that's doing great things for their community, for veterans, for first responders, or just their own family. And a good friend of mine made a comment. JC Glick's been on the show a bunch of times. He said, if you're serving your community or you're doing great things as a veteran, you're still serving your country, right? Because you're out there showing people how to do things right, how to keep working, how to work hard and get things done. So we get the pleasure of having guests on every Saturday who are doing awesome things. And Wesley reached out to me, a Marine from Ohio, so he's already at strike 2. We don't like really anything from Ohio. And the Marines are just, he's kind of started off with, he thought he was going to throw a jab at 3 paratroopers and not get just completely haymakered and stone cold thundered back. Like, poor planning, but it's I guess that's typical for a Marine, where I'm just going to head charge into you and see what happens. We're going to figure it out.
So it happened in
I like it.
right? Go ahead.
But no, he's got his own podcast and he's got a Dairy Queen. He did some schooling after he served. He's got all kinds. And again, like I said in the script, I heard he's responsible for the machine that's always breaking down. And that's why.
Is he going to McDonald's?
It's the same machine, bro. Right? So.
But he's like,
we're always
behind that.
That's how he's getting all his business. He goes into McDonald's,
Yeah. So
clipboard in hand, and like unplugs
so
it.
more people will come to Dairy Queen. So Wesley, welcome to the Trash Talk Hour. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you got going on, and what are you doing right now?
Yeah, so man, it's been a long journey. I reached out. Yeah, I'm trying to promote my show. I started this show. I like hanging out with all my buddies. I saw what you guys got going on, and I got the same thing with my buddies that I was in the Corps with, right? There's my second squad that I trained with. Man, we meet up every year, right? We still stay in contact, and man, it's we struggle, man. We got the same thing you guys. Mental health, man, it's everywhere, right? And it hits my buddies hard too. We've seen it like and the best thing we do, man, is we just keep hanging out, right? We still get together, we're still doing stuff. So I started the show, and I wanted to preserve our history, right? Because like the one thing I love hearing shows and stuff about other experiences and stuff. And I was like, man, I wanted to preserve, because it didn't dawn on me until I realized, as I talked to my buddies 10 years later, how much of a perspective that I missed when I was operating with them. And they had their stuff going on, and I had mine going on. And there was so much that I didn't even comprehend, right? Like, and everything's different, so just how we've dealt with that. And just the other thing with my podcast, I wanted to share the stuff that works. I wanted to show people what doesn't work, right? Like, you know what I mean? People that are isolating on their own, like people that are not making it, right? They're not filling a life with the purpose that they need to do good, man. And basically just leadership is like, we've been taught all in the military, a lot of leadership traits that I don't think is getting utilized, at least in my community. I got sick of sitting back, right? I went through a thing where, I always would sit back and just let everybody else do something, or let something else be someone else's problem. And then I just started adopting a mentality. I started reading more. I started saying, hey, this growth mindset that I was given by my squad leader, this is what makes me successful. You know what I mean? I need to share this, right? Like, I used to think the biggest thing was me being a Marine and leading people in combat, but no, it's me running the Dairy Queen. I'm teaching hundreds of kids their first entry level job, and showing them what's right, how to go into the world, right? So I try to take it serious. There's a lot of people that I've just gotten a good mindset, right? Like, so I'm just trying to share that with the podcast, right? Like, I've seen so many other people, they don't have that same mindset, right? It's not a growth mindset, and it's more fixed, right? Like, and the more you know about it, you can recognize it, and learn to be better, man. Like, for instance, growth mindset. If you guys are you see someone like Tiger Woods, right? I like golf. If I see him, if I'm like a growth mindset, right? Like, I know it's a bad thing, but
Might not be a good time to pull that one out. You might want to
but
pull that.
he's mastered the game. Hey, DUI or not, you can't.
Golf
I'm
in
talking about
perspective, yes.
2007 Tiger Woods, guys, the
Yeah,
beast.
yeah.
Well,
But
we don't want to talk about what he was doing in 2007 either. So
right, but
he
either
wasn't a
way,
Dairy Queen. He was more of a Perkins. He was more of a Perkins guy. So he was,
yeah. But that mindset, if you put enough time and energy into that game, right, you can get super good. You might not be Tiger Woods, right, but you can be pretty damn good at golf, right? Someone with a fixed mindset, man, they just look at Tiger Woods and they say, I'll never be like that. I'll never do that. I won't even try that, right? And that's what you see people today, man. It's the same fixed mindset is people are like kids nowadays, right? How many times do you hear that? And in reality, I've been around kids and they're smarter than we were, right? Like, they can spot a fake faster than we can, right?
yeah, you
Like,
hear that, Quinn?
Yeah.
it's
And,
that fixed
I mean, our
mindset.
parents said the same
with
thing.
Pipeline
Kids
University.
nowadays, every generation does that. Everybody's like, kids
Yes.
nowadays. Like,
It is. It's exactly. Yeah,
yep.
yeah. Just like we talk about the old Marines or the Rangers before us or whatever, how much tougher they had it. But reality, the new people coming up, they got the technology, they've evolved, they've got better training, right? And just having that perspective, man, that's I wanted to share that, and it helps me. You know what I mean? I'm just saying what helps me. So that's about
Well, yeah,
it,
talk
man. You
about a little
guys.
bit. You got out of the Corps, and then you were like, I just want to have a Dairy Queen. Was it like just because you like
So I was
blizzards,
born
or was
into
it
the
like
Dairy Queen, guys. My dad was a trash guy, right? This isn't my first podcast, right? My dad's a self-made dude. He's a nonstop. I got my drive from a guy that grew up poor and just never stopped. So even before the Marine Corps, right? I had like there was I maybe watched Rocky too many times, right? I want to go the distance, you know what I mean? Like, so that mentality, you know what I mean?
So,
So
so
it's
your dad had the dairy. Are you a dairy prince? A prince? You're a dairy
yes.
prince?
So that's why a lot of the reason I joined the Marine Corps. What other way could I test my masculinity than the Marine Corps and see if there's something special about the Dairy Queen Prince, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So I had to go do the Marine Corps. I had to get in there. I had to see what it was all about, right? There was 9/11 was going on, that was I wanted to
Big
do
thing.
big things.
Yeah.
You know, like I had to get in there and see what it was about.
And then so you came back from the Marines. How long did you stay in the Marines?
Yeah, I just did 4 years. So
You came back.
it was never a call like this was I wanted to
All right.
basically.
I don't think there are very few people that did 20 or 30 years that was ever like the plan starting out. Like
A lot
I
of my
did
buddies did, right?
I
Like,
I
and it's
retired and my initial enlistment, I was like, I'm going to do 4 years and then I'm going to college. Like I never
yeah.
thought, yeah. Then I got sucked in. They got me. They got me hook, line, and sinker with that whole war thing. But so when you came back, you went back to the Dairy Queen, or what did you
So
do?
I started a paving business. I started paving. I love playing with equipment. I was a amphibious assault crewman, like amphibious. So basically, I'm an am grunt, right? Like I'm not. I was a grunt in Iraq, but by trade, I drive the tractor that goes from ship that takes the troops to shore. So
Yeah,
I'm
that had to
trained
be a
on the crew
weird
serve
place.
weapons.
That had to be a weird place for your MOS in the middle of the desert. Did you guys go into the
So
river
we're
at all?
unique, yes. The Delta in the
Cyprus.
desert.
Yeah. That's got to be
When
an irony. If I probably would have only done 4 years too if I was an Amtrak guy, and then I just showed up and I was like, all right, where are we gonna? This is a big beach.
I was
Large.
stationed in 29 Palms. I don't know if you guys, there's only 3 bases, right? And
Yeah.
like everybody says 29 Palms when they're giving out duty stations, and everybody's like, oh.
Yeah.
So I've been in one desert to the next, man. If I ever go back, man, I want to go something different than desert. That's what I was telling my buddies. If they called the band back together, let's do something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, go grab our Marine shirt. Crayons.
Caribbean.
Oh yeah. I saw one shirt that you guys that I liked. It was my wife said I couldn't have it though. I thought it was funny. It was called Just the Tip, right? And
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
that's a
that's
good one.
super
Great
witty,
one.
right? That's super good,
That's a
man. That was a
good
good
one.
one.
Hey,
Yeah,
I don't
I thought
understand
I was
what
like,
anybody has against 762 or 556, but
yes,
That's a good one.
I mean, just get it on there. I mean, it's if you're thinking about anything other than bullets, I don't mean then it's your problem. Like you're the one that should go to
I would
church,
agree.
not us. So
Yeah. It's a good conversation starter too.
yeah.
Quick being a trigger pansy is the best though.
Oh yeah, that's the best one. That's the best one for sure.
Or our
I got that one,
waterboarding
too.
instructor.
I'm playing around with this
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
I got
yeah.
it.
Showing all these shirts off.
Yeah, got it. Got
nice.
It.
So that's good. So what, like your guests that you bring on your podcast is available on YouTube, so people can go and check that
Yes.
out.
Or it's not on
then-
YouTube. I'm trying to get it on YouTube. I'm on Spotify and iTunes. So I got
Okay.
like my cousin that's helping me, right? So, I'm learning. I'm trying to get on YouTube, but so I've done a few shows. My one buddy that I was in combat with, he's a veteran service officer. It's a good episode. He deals with a lot of issues with PTSD, man. He sees them all, talks. He helps everybody. He helps all my people get their disabilities right. He makes sure
Mhm.
everybody's good, right? Like
Nice.
and he has a lot of information in that episode. Let's see, we did a episode with a guy about suicide. That's a veteran suicide awareness group. Um, done a couple. I got a few coming up. Then I'm going to do my buddy Apollo. I was going to probably share a war story. I did my buddy's. I had a Navy corpsman that was with us that was in a couple gunfights. He was in a Chattanooga shooting also. That was a long time ago.
The
That-
reserves that are shooting.
Yes. So
Yeah.
he was the Navy. He was been in multiple continents gunfights, right? Like and he was telling me the story of how his buddies was shoot. You know what I mean? It's a pretty horrific, you know.
Yeah.
Couple of my buddies that's got a Purple Heart, that's got TBI. He's been
Call
on
an
his
enemy marksmanship badge. That's all it is.
Dave's got one.
I got one back
Yeah.
there too. My big ears, man. Yep.
What is it?
Purple Heart,
What
enemy
badge is
marksmanship
that?
badge. That's what we call it.
The enemy marksmanship
Purple Heart.
badge. I got one too.
Enemy
Oh,
marksmanship
okay,
badge.
okay, I got you. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. So yeah,
That's good.
It gets me good parking, bro. I'm telling you, like right up front. Boom.
I'll share.
Done.
I had a close call myself with an IED, and so we were talking about with my buddy Todd. He's the chief warrant officer. He got out. He got his schooling right and did the Marine. He was the smartest Marine out of all of us. He became a chief warrant officer.
That's
He
not
was
hard.
in.
Come on, guys.
That's not hard to do.
Come on.
For a Marine, it is, man. You talking?
I think
that's-
once
you
you
know.
like can like write 2 or 3 letters in cursive, you're a corporal, right?
Yeah, you're like the smart. You're the one. You're like the
Like,
captain or something. I think.
yeah.
So I'm
Like
even
a
All the time.
general.
All you have to do
I
is
got in
grunt.
trouble.
All you got to do is grunt. Yeah,
My
you could join the
first
Marine Corps.
deployment, I got in trouble. I got busted down. I got into a fight, and I actually was a private twice. So I had to do a battalion NJP, my first deployment, and I got busted down. And what's funny is I got more respect in my unit because of that. Because like, they're like, hey, this dude's going to stand up. Like even my master sergeant come and give me my chevrons back, and he's like, here, you're going to need these in a couple months. He's like, in my day they would have gave you an award, right? Like, so I've had good leadership along the way, man. When I see bad leadership, I've had good people that's helped foster
You
that
learn from
growth.
all of them, though, good or bad. Like,
True.
Right.
yeah, it's like that dude's a piece of shit. Well, I know not to be like him when I'm in his position.
Yes, I'm not going to emulate that, right?
100%, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love that. When I was a first sergeant, I would bring my squad leaders in because I went from a line company HHC, and I was like, hey, like, tell me what I did that you didn't like. And they're kind of looking at me like, is this a trap? Maybe a little bit. But it's like, no, it's
very
they
careful.
know when they tell you, you're like, whoa, I didn't know you took it that way. Like this whole time, I was like, okay, cool. But yeah, you learn a lot from, and then that self-reflection, that's legit.
That's strong. Yep.
So how do you get to your podcast?
Okay, you can check out my
Said that already.
Instagram,
Spotify and
Wesley
iTunes,
Warner.
right?
It's on there. Yes, iTunes, Spotify, Wesley Warner, Discipline, Leadership, Life.
Wesley Warner, Discipline, Leadership, Life. I think you gave me the QR code. I don't have all the computer screens that
So that QR code don't work, man. I don't know. We'll get into this real fast. How do you guys feel? I tried to use Chat GPT, man. How you guys feel about AI? and it gave me the wrong stuff. So like, I'm kind of like,
Yeah, you got to watch out.
the machines are out to get us, man. They don't want to see me succeed.
You got to cross-reference like Chat GTP sometimes. Like,
100%
you'll ask it a
do.
question, and it'll be like, it'll give you like something that sounds semi like right, and then you're like, let me double check it. You'll like check it, and you're like, no, that didn't.
You guys ever see, like, I used it for like some things, and one thing I didn't like about it is like, you'll notice people that are out there on Instagram and they're throwing out ideas and they all sound similar to shit you've heard on there, and you're like, oh, I wonder where he's getting that, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like you almost got to have a little bit of pain and suffering, right, to learn stuff the hard way, right? Like, some people's learns better, I guess.
What they say, that the truth of the matter is that there are a lot of studies that say that if you have to work to get the information and do the referencing, people that learn things back in when they had to go to the library, get the encyclopedia, and then read or go to the those Dewey Decimal motherfuckers. They were out there like having to look
the
up
library,
like find it in the library. The longer it takes you to like find the information, the harder it is for you to find the information and read it. The more set into your mind
What you
that
retain,
information is,
you value it more
because it's harder for you to get the information. And now with like AI and like even with Google or anything else, people are just like they don't know how
fingertips.
Yep. They just go
forget
like,
how to think,
right?
Let's
see, like, how did the space shuttle or the spaceship get into orbit? They're like, they Google it and they're like, oh, okay, cool. And then and if you ask them the next day, like, how did this the spaceship get into orbit. They're like, oh, I don't know, man. I googled
Like
it.
using GPS, man. You start using that, and you don't really know the way, right? You're just following the map, right? Like the GPS.
You have no idea where you're going. Yeah. But
I do it with my kids, man. When
my dad,
short videos.
But if I ask my dad how to get from like, you know, my hometown to any random town in America, he can give me an hour and a half dissertation on the 5 best routes I should take because he looked on an almanac his whole life or not an almanac, but
the Atlas. The
Atlas his entire life. Like he had that big Rand McNally, you know what I mean? Where you had to like
my grandpa was a truck driver, dude. Yeah, he looked at it like memories.
Yeah, they had like charts and shit. Like, what you need to take is 577 to the east. Now, when you get up to Cincinnati, if you see a guy on the side of the road, you're going to want to turn
You could go on
around
Google Maps too, right? When you didn't have the GPS, you'd go on Google Maps and you'd print out your directions. So
Dude, I heard a thing.
paper.
I heard a commercial for oh shit, what was it? MapQuest the other day. I was like, MapQuest is back. Like, what is happening?
MapQuest, that's right. Yeah.
MapQuest.
Oh, you'd have pages printed out to like.
Yeah, you had to print them out.
Yeah.
You had to like take a highlighter with you, and you're like, all right, I've already been here, here, and here. Like, and they're talking about not using your phone, like holding your phone. I remember back when you had like 3 pages.
You're driving,
You're like, all right, I got to turn in 5. Like you're hitting like the trip. You
got to hit your marks, right? Yeah, you got to hit
like
your marks.
How many miles you have until your next left turn?
Oh, when I was a young kid, I remember my parents, they'd have the big map when we'd be like driving to Italy.
Yeah.
It was huge. My mom would be holding the map. My dad would be driving and they'd mark it with little red dots and shit. Like,
like,
we did too. That's how we traveled.
Yeah, don't fold it, roll it. You're going to make seams. You're going to put seams in it. Roll that map. Yeah.
Well, like when shotgun used to be a privilege because not only did you have to control the radio, you were the guide.
Yeah, you were the navigator.
You're
the guide. It wasn't just who called shotgun first; it was who could read a map.
Yeah,
get up there.
There was a time where you couldn't just call shotgun and jump in the front seat. You like shotgun. The driver still had veto capabilities to be like, no, you're in the back, dog. No.
Back when the captain really ran his ship, huh?
Yeah. Like, no, you're not navigating shit.
Yep.
Oh man.
Now it just talks to you and tells you where to go.
Too easy.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I said, I've lived in California now for 2 years, and I only know how to get to the airport and the golf course. I have no idea how to get
here in Arizona.
I have no idea how to get anywhere else. I have no idea where I am because I just type in the address and I'm looking at I turn right here, turn left here.
There's no need to learn it, right? There's no need to learn it. You're just
Same thing with numbers. You don't remember people's numbers anymore. There's no reason.
Until they turn it off. Oh, buddy's got a conspiracy. Until they turn it off.
So they
turn it off. Then you're like, how am I going to get a hold of this guy? Okay.
Yeah, you don't.
Always show up at your house, like 5 of them, and block you in. You got Waymos in Phoenix? You probably got Waymos in Phoenix.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Nashville now.
Like crazy, dude. They're all over Phoenix. I think this is one of the states.
I don't think Wesley knows what a Waymo is.
Wait, I was not following. I was trying to pick up what you're.
Self-driving cars,
you don't
brother.
got Waymos yet.
The Waymos are the self-driving cars.
Self-driving cars, brother. Like there's literally nobody in there. You just sit in it and it fucking takes you where you need to go.
Yeah, I seen one at one time and I couldn't. I sat and took pictures of it and I was pointing it out like a crazy guy.
I haven't taken one yet. Yeah, they're everywhere in Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean statistically, machines are going to have less errors than human errors, but some things, right? Machines can't do, right? Like Elon Musk was saying
Tesla's
that.
done pretty well for themselves. They've had some issues.
Well, if it works, it works, man.
Yeah,
I'm not good on. I wouldn't be the first guy to jump in and try it, right? I'd let it play out for a little bit and see how it goes before I take a ride.
I love Tesla. When I drove up to visit Nick the last time, I rented a Tesla with my daughter, and it wasn't the full driving, but it was like the partial. When you get on the highway, you just hit a button
Oh,
and you
the
can take your
idea
hands
of
off
it.
the steering wheel, and
Ooh,
it
I
just
love it.
goes, man. It switches lanes for you and everything. And I mean, the trip took a little bit longer because you had to like go to charging stations, but overall, like afterwards, you
Yeah.
felt a lot more relaxed because like the car really did everything for you. You know, it's pretty
That
gnarly.
would be pretty tempting. Now, my cousin's kid had one and it wrecked. It was pretty vulnerable though, right? He just ran it off the road and it like totaled the whole damn car was totaled because the batteries are in the bottom
Oh
or
yeah,
something. And it was,
yep.
yeah, I was like, man, I grew up in the country, man. We may have a fender bender or two, right? I need something that's robust. But the electric stuff is cool. I mean, I like
Yeah.
technology. I like to mess with stuff, but I like the old school ways too, right?
Oh yeah. Nobody knows how to drive a stick shift anymore. You know.
Grew up doing it,
My
yeah.
son has his car's a stick shift. I made sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
That's what I
again,
grew up on.
like my first deployment with group 35, like most of the guys on the team were like, "Oh, I don't know how to drive a stick." That's all we had because that's everybody else in the world still drives sticks. They're like, "Oh, I don't know." We had to have like driving lessons. I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Y-
it's a real
I
thing.
grew up in the country, man. People wouldn't take you serious, right? If you couldn't drive a truck or something,
Yeah.
or you know what I mean? It blew my mind being in the Marine Corps that other people didn't grow up like that. I was so
Mm-hmm.
small town almost that I was like, I can't believe people grow up not driving stuff or driving tractors or driving anything. You know what I mean? Like, there's just so vastly different of people, right? That I've come from, and so, man, I've learned a lot about personalities of people in the military because just people from everywhere. I never would have got that anywhere else if I would have stayed, you know what I mean, where I'm at, right? Like in my small
One of the most
town.
diverse fucking organizations ever. You know,
Absolutely.
got people.
Yes. And
Yeah, for
that's what
sure.
makes it great, right? Like,
Agreed.
so I didn't realize that for the longest time, how, especially it's same thing with Dairy Queen, man. It's like I thought I had to find the characteristics, right, of the right manager, but really it's just they're gonna do it their own way, right? Like, it blew my mind certain concepts, right? Like me having a leader that might not be as hard of a worker may have a better standard at my store than someone that's a harder working person, right? Like
Of
that
course.
kind of blows your mind, you know what I mean? Like, but that's just how they run the team, right? Like certain concepts work, right? So just that's the main thing with leadership that I'm trying to do with my show. And I like meeting people and talking. I know we could talk war stories probably for here till the cows come home, right? Like um but that's the main concept that I'm about, man, is and in the military I found out the intelligence thing, right? Like discipline is always, if you were always going to stay steady and in your cause, the guys that were beating people were not necessarily because they were smarter, right? Like
Yeah.
you guys can relate to that. Like the Marines around me, they weren't like more intelligent than me, right? They were just more disciplined, right? And the more that I bought into that idea and
Oh, discipline
what
is key.
good leaders
Motivation is
are.
key too, but motivation will run out. Discipline is the most important thing. Like I'd rather have somebody who's disciplined over somebody that's motivated because eventually the motivation goes away. If you're disciplined,
Yeah.
you're good to go. Yeah.
So like for me, it's like it's like hard for me to find hard workers, right? Like, so I always try to praise it and stuff. My standards have changed so much. Like when I was a Marine, everything had to be perfect, right? So now, like with Dairy Queen, it's like, hey, we get it pretty close. We get it all right. We do the trademarks. We make the curl and flip the blizzard upside down, right? And
Yeah.
keep it simple. Ice cream's fun, right? Like, so that's my main thing, man. And I appreciate you guys getting me some exposure and
Absolutely.
whatnot. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't know you
let us
guys.
know how you can help, share some stuff, and you know, let us know what we can share to help you get going. If you got some guests that you say you have a banger show and you want some, like you create a reel or something like that, just contact me or Face Man, and we'll get it out there.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So I appreciate that. I'm working on new stuff. Like I made this reel of my buddy talking about finding AKs in the palm groves on our first mission, and I made like a clip of him looking under the palm groves that I found that my buddies sent me, and I was like, oh man. So I'm learning some of that stuff. I appreciate that. So I got something else. You guys want to share any war stories or anything? I got one I haven't sold yet.
You haven't sold a war story?
No, told yet.
Oh, I thought you said sold. I was like, damn.
No,
I
Keith
thought you
sold
said
no,
sold
I
too. I was like,
Hold up.
You're-
I ain't
you're
giving
selling
shit
them?
free.
I'm not
I'll
paying
make
for it. I got
money.
my own.
dude, if I find a way to make money, dude, I got a bunch of buddies. My old buddy, that was my leader, was probably about what he's good for, right? Like, I thought of an idea of like getting an Amtrak and like letting him just tell war stories drunkenly around it and have a restaurant around it, dude. I get like these ideas of doing stuff like that. How cool would that be if you could make like a thing where all your buddies could hang out and tell war stories and just bro down all the time and make money
Yeah,
Like
off
the
of
my
it?
buddies
VFW?
don't my buddies don't pay their bills.
Like a VFW?
They're
American
all
Legion?
older.
Yeah.
Like I started going to the Legion just recently. My buddy got me going to the Legion, and it's like,
There you go.
it's
No,
cool.
but I like it. I think you got that idea from Rocky, where like, you come eat and some guy comes over and tells you a war story while you're eating. Like,
Yes.
talking a boxing story. I like it. But yeah, we've come up past our hour. So we gotta cut it. So a quick little hot wash. All right. Buddy went back into the depths of the Book of Earl and brought up the bell curve again. Right? You can't be that left or right. And then it got reinforced by Wesley's, growth, Carol Dweck growth mindset idea, right? To where like that's how you get on the left and right, is when you're just fixed, right? You have zero ability to think holistically and maybe get a little bit more in the center, because sometimes you don't want to be in the
team
center.
sport for adults.
But
That's
yeah.
all it is.
But yeah. And big shout out to Sean and Brian on there on the chat and everybody else joining in. But yeah, then we had Wesley on. He's got a podcast. All right, go check it out. Go download it. Go see if you can get on. If you got some war stories, apparently he sells them. So he's going to sell your war
Not
stories.
selling them, no.
I
want there to be. There's no money
Yeah.
in being on the show, or I don't hand out a bunch of cool items. You may get a sticker, right? Like to share. I'm not going to make a bunch of big promises, right? Like it's going to probably be me.
I'm just trying to help you out,
giving
Wes.
you a
Like, if you want to
sticker
sell my
and
war
then-
story, I'll tell it. Maybe get somebody to pay a nickel for it. I don't know, but
We'll put an ad out later.
yeah, I do get 10 cents for every poop I take when I do my shitter talk. So it's a Facebook pays big time for that. But yeah, there you go. Dave, close us out.
Got any final words, brother? Hoorah, Semper Fi?
You, Wesley.
Oh yeah, me. Yeah, I appreciate
Yeah.
it, guys. Thanks, man. Appreciate having you. It's good talking to you guys.
it's
Like
awesome
what you
having
guys
you
are
on.
doing, man. Thanks.
Thanks for coming on, brother. Love what you're doing. If you tuned in late, go to VeteranTrashTalk.com. That is our website that has all the links. Go to shop.VeteranTrashTalk.com to buy our awesome merch. Nick's wearing the fuck Hamas. I am wearing the waterboarding instructor. Awesome tank top.
Buddy's probably
we'll
wearing
catch
a
you guys
grunt
next
style
Saturday.
shirt because he's gay. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
gay.
SF. Oh, third group.
Good job.
Fifth.
See y'all
It's
next
fifth.
Saturday.
No. It's third group.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's
Yes, it is.
It's my old team shirt. So
I know. Duh.
just-
Yeah.
Okay. You're just trying to trigger me. That's cool. That's cool. It's fine. I'm good.
Out of here.